Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. In this video I'm going to show you how to create this door. As you can see here, it's not really complicated to do, but there might be some issues along the way if they're going to happen. So I'm going to show you also how to fix it. So it's going to be good in a way if they happens this time. So before I'm going to continue, I just want to remind you to check out the this community forum that I've created, where I'll also put all the files inside. If you have any questions, please contact me inside here, okay? If you want to have any kind of a video you want me to create, something more specific, something more detailed, you can ask me everything inside here. So with that said, yeah, let's move on and start creating this door. Okay guys, so here we are. This is where we left off from last time. Let's first check out the browser section here. So we have our fuselage subassembly. Inside we have our fuselage, and then we have our subassembly windshield, and then we have the door. It's a new component I just created for the door. Now you can also make the door as a subassembly. For example, you can create the door itself, and then you can create the windows, and you can create, for example, the hinges for the door, and so on and so on. Okay, so it's completely up to you. So remember to do the planning, exactly how you want to create it, or in general how detailed your airplane is going to be, and accordingly that's how you should also design, taking in consideration the browser, okay, the structure of the components. But I'm just gonna create it very simple. I'm not gonna create so many details. I'm just gonna create the door. So I'm gonna have one component over here. So we're here, and next we need to do is go to our canvas, go to our side view, and turn it on. From here, just make sure that our door component is activated, and we're going to create a new sketch, and it's going to be on this plane, on this side plane here, like that. Now for now I just want to turn off our fuselage, so it's not going to bother us. I'm just going to turn off, sorry, the bodies, because I'm going to need the sketches in a moment. So now for those of you who previously used this line to create the windshield, okay, so you might want to just create a new line here for the door. Okay, so we're going to start to sketch now, and you're going to see what I'm talking about. So I'm going to go to a straight line, and I'm just going to start from here to here, and then I'm going to create another one from here to here. Actually, sorry, it's not where I'm supposed to be, and I'm supposed to be all the way actually here. So I'm just going to move it like that. And I'm going to drag this one a little bit higher, and this one I'm going to move it all the way, maybe somewhere about here. So now I'm going to create a new sketch, and it's going to be, I'll just say from here all the way over here. And then we have another one from here to here. Don't worry, we're gonna do all the trimming in a moment. We're gonna fix everything. Good. So this is where we are. Now we have this line here, which is a perpendicular, and it's not supposed to be like that. But we're gonna fix it. Let's just create a new one. It's gonna be much easier. I don't want it perpendicular. I want it to be like this with an angle. So I'm going to fix it in a moment. So let's focus on this line here first. Let's move our line right over here. Good. And these two need to be parallel to each other. This one, just I wanted to make sure. And now we're gonna zoom in and we're gonna move it right about somewhere here. As you can see, we need the line to be a little bit longer. So I'm just gonna drag it a little bit down and a little bit up right here. Good. I don't have any distance between them, any dimensions. So what I'm gonna do momentarily, I'm just going to freeze it. I'm just gonna fix it. So now it's not gonna move. And I'm gonna do the same for this one, just for now. And now I'm gonna take this one and I'm gonna put it somewhere here. And this one, let's see if we can drag it. Yeah, we can. So we just need to align it so it looks good. Maybe this a little bit, we need to move it upward. Yeah, something like that. It's okay. Good. I'm happy with this one. So we're going to move on to this one here. I'm gonna do exactly the same. Let's just make sure that it's followed our line here. Can move it just a little bit inside here. Something like that. Good. So far, so good. What we're going to do now is we're going to go to our sketches, which are under the fuselage component. Turn on the side sketch, because now we're going to project this curve over here. And we don't need to create a link. We also want to project this one here and click OK. Now that we're projected them, we're going to start the trimming. So we're going to trim this side and we're going to trim this side. We can trim this one here, this one, all the excess that we don't need. So it's going to look like that. Now, we have this one here. This line, as you can see, it's kind of breaking because this is a straight line and this is a curved line. So we need to make sure that there is a tangent between them. So everything is going to be more smooth. So I just want to make sure that this side is fixed. And this one, it doesn't have to be fixed 100%. Let's see what's going to happen. So we're going to do tangent, this one and this one. Let's see if I'm going to be able to create a tangent here. No. Oh, sorry. Okay, let's try again. Okay, so now I was able to create a tangent and that's good. Now, what I also want to do is, because we are very high up and that's going to give us some issues when we move forward. So what I'm going to do is I just want to trim this piece here and we are going to sketch and offset. And I want to, actually I don't want to offset everything. I want to offset this one here. I want to bring it a little bit inward. Something like that maybe. Okay. And hit OK. So we need to continue the connections here. So we're going to extend the line like that. And extend the line also here. That means that we're also gonna have to break this line here, okay? And we're gonna break it also here. So this piece, we can just keep it as a construction, as well as this one, or you can just delete it basically. We are not gonna use it. So, but I'm just gonna keep it as it is, as a construction line, so it's not gonna bother us. Good, so we have the basic shape here, and now we can just turn on the bodies of the fuselage. And our sketches are off here, that's good. Then we can finish it. So we can just turn off our canvas. So we have the shape here, okay? So this is how it's gonna look. And remember, we created the sketch here inside our door, but now we're going to cut the fuselage. So we're going to the fuselage component, and we are going to say, okay, we want to, and make sure that you have the edges visible. So I'm going to click on this one. You can see all the edges. So we're going to modify split face. Now, which faces we want to split? We're going to choose all of this. Let's choose all of this just in case. And the splitting tool, it's going to be this one. So if you get something like this, this is good. That means that the whole profile is closed and you don't have any kind of issues. And we're going to click OK. So now let's check out our splitting here. Let's see how it looks. And you can see here, it might not look great for you. For example, here, as you can see, it's not exactly straight, but I'm going to show you how to fix it. And even if you have maybe another issue over here, there could be sometimes you can get kind of a stare here, okay? This line, it's going to continue up to here and then goes up and then continue. So I'm going to show you how to fix it in a moment, okay? Because I'm not happy in this situation here. I want it to be completely straight, continue, follow this line. So we have our shape here, and this looks really good. And by the way, the shape, it's on both sides, and you can do like this. It should be anyway. If not, then doesn't matter. So no, it's not going to happen both sides. It's only going to happen on the surfaces where we marked. If you want it on both sides, then you have to select also the faces inside. Good. So now that we're here, we are going to, so there is this technique here that I'll show you. We can do it like this, or we can also create you can cut it. The body, but I prefer to use what I'm going to show you right now. So we can go back to the door, and we can go to change to patch environment, and now we can go into create and offset. So now we're going to offset, not everything, we're going to offset this surfaces, okay? Just select them, make sure we select everything, and yeah, it looks fine, and you click OK. Good. Now what we are going to do, you're probably guessing, and you're guessing right, we're going to thicken this patch or this surface, and we're gonna thicken inward. So by the way, if you want to have it, you don't want to have it like that because it's going outside. I just want to show you something here very quick. You go to modified, reverse normal, select this one, click OK. Now it's reversed. So next we're going to go to thicken, as you can see. So instead of writing now minus, so now everything is reversed. So now we need to figure out the thickness for this piece, and we're gonna give it, let's just say 2 millimeters, maybe too much, 1, maybe it's okay. We can change the thickness later, but what we want to make sure that it's thick enough so we can cut the shape from the fuselage. Okay, and so we can just click OK, and let's check out our body status, and it looks nice. Good. So let's go back to the top to the fuselage, and we can go in and click on inspect components. So this one, the component that we created, the door, it's right here. You can see it's gonna have this weird color here. It's very hard to see it, but I'm just gonna turn this one off. And what I'm going to do is go back to the model environment, go to modified, and actually not, we're going to modified and then combined. I'm going to change this one to cut. So our target body is the fuselage, and then the tool is going to be the door, and we want to keep it, and click OK. So let's make sure that it's working, that we cut everything correctly. Oh, sorry. Yeah, now as you can see here, I don't like this angle. So let's go back for a moment. And let's turn off, let's go back to our door. I'm just gonna turn off the fuselage because I don't want it to bother me. Oh. Turn on our body here. And let's see if we can smooth this one out. So how are we going to do this? Again, there are many ways to do this. Let's try the first one, which is let's split body, and we can try use this face here, and I wonder if it's going to cut this. If you want to really make sure let's see if it works. We should get here another piece. It's this one. You can see. So let's see here. Yeah, so the result here, you can see, looks much nicer. Okay, so now it's straight. And now we can go back to the fuselage. Let's turn this back on. Now we can move forward and to the cat here. Okay. Good. So now we have our cat and it looks nice. So this is our door over here. And let's go to the SA fuselage. Let's turn just shaded. Let's see how it looks. It looks nice. So we didn't have any issues while we're cutting it. Let's just, what was it? That's this piece we need to turn, sorry. Okay, so it looks really nice. Good results. You can see I can push it out. Let's put it back on. And yeah, so this is very simple, as you can see, not too complicated, and you get a really nice result. Obviously we can make it much more details, because if we're talking about the edges around here, this is not real door how it looks like. So it's gonna go, there's gonna be a different shape for the door from the inside, because we need a place for the rubber and all kind of stuff, the isolation and so on. So, but I'm not gonna go into so many details. At this point, we could also modify the thickness if you want. So you can just, use the press pull and push it back, so it's not going to be as thick as it is right now. Okay, and yeah, so this is it. As you can see, very simple to create the again, joints. I'm not going to show right here, but it's very simple to create the joints and everything. I might gonna do it in the end. I'm gonna show you the different joints, how I created them. So, and of course you can at this point use like we did in the windshield. Now we can just go in here and change, you know, the fillets for all the corners. Okay, so you do the same fillets for this corner and also for this corner. So that's it, gonna be like really sharp angle over here. So this is how you create the door. Very simple technique, very quick, and it gives you really nice results, and it fits also really nicely, as you can see here, with the curve here at the top. Okay, so you can see why I chose to create, you know, to move this sketch a little bit down. Okay, because if it was really much more up, then you will get the results maybe all the way over here. Okay, maybe that's what you're looking for, but I don't think it's necessary. But if you do that, you might gonna have some issues, but don't worry. Now you know also how to make it straight, to cut it so it's gonna look nice and straight. You can also use a construction plane in order to make it straight. And if you have any issues with that, just let me know and I'm gonna help you. So it's very simple. Okay, so in the next video it's gonna be much quicker, much easier, because we're gonna cut the windows, and it's gonna be very quickly. We're gonna use exactly the same technique like we did here. We're gonna do the sketch here, gonna cut it, and we're also gonna do the back windows. Okay, and right after that, what I'm gonna do is we're gonna start working on the vertical step ladder after that. So it's gonna be really fun. Okay, so don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you can get a notification every time I'm releasing a new video. And again, don't forget the community over here. Any questions, all the files are also here. Just use it, okay? And it's gonna be much easier to communicate with each other. So have a nice day and good luck. Bye-bye.